Hello, and welcome to UC San Diego's webinar for international parents and families. This webinar is intended for parents and families of incoming international freshmen in F1 or J1 status who are starting at UC San Diego in fall 2014. On behalf of UC San Diego's International Center and Parents and Family Programs, we welcome you and congratulate you on your student's admission to one of the top schools in the world with the best campus location. This is an exciting time in your family's life, and we are so happy to be a part of it. We are here to assist you and your student throughout their stay in the United States. In addition, it is our mission to provide services and programs that enhance the quality of your student's experience and contribute to their academic success at UC San Diego. We are student-centered, research-focused, service-oriented public institution that provides opportunity for all. UC San Diego is recognized as the 15th best research university in the world by the Center for Science and Technology Studies of Leiden University's 2013 list. We are 20th best ranked in the world based on quality of faculty by the 2013 Center for World Rankings. And we are for the fourth consecutive year, we're first in the U.S. based on research, civic engagement, and social mobility. Our students learn from Nobel laureates, MacArthur Foundation, and National Academy members. We are one campus with multiple pillars of excellence, a top 10 public university that is transforming lives, shaping new disciplines, and advancing the frontiers of knowledge. All that and a great location too. San Diego is the 8th largest city in the U.S. and the 2nd largest city in California. With mild sunny weather of 300 plus days of sunshine and average temperatures ranging from 19 degrees to 25 degrees Celsius or 66 degrees to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. It is ideal for outdoor activities. The campus is ideally located close to downtown San Diego. It is just 70 miles of Pacific coastline, the world-famous San Diego Zoo, and much more. Virtual campus tours are also available at admissions.ucsd.edu/virtual tour. We hope you choose to call San Diego home for your student and hope the information you will receive today will help you prepare for your arrival. We are here to assist you throughout your academic program, as well as provide services that enhance the quality of your experience in the United States and contribute to academic success in San Diego. During this webinar, we hope to provide useful information. My name is Grace Casasilva, and I'm an International Student Advisor at UC San Diego's International Students and Programs Office. I'm going to explain a lot of the important information that you and your students should know before arriving to UC San Diego. My colleague, Lacey Whedon, who is the Director of the Parent and Family Program Office, will provide additional information that you and your student should know to get started at UC San Diego. We are also very fortunate to have additional colleagues from several departments at UC San Diego online with us right now. They're here to answer your questions. We have Lindsay Fogelman from Admissions, Sabrina Wong and Patricia Goin from Housing, and Lacey and I will also be answering questions after we are done with the webinar. Please note that we will post this PowerPoint presentation within the next week on our website at istudents.ucsd.edu. So please do not feel rushed to write down all the links and additional information included in the presentation. Today we are going to talk about some important topics that relate to your student's arrival in San Diego and about their studies at UC San Diego. We will cover the following topics: an introduction to UC San Diego, review U.S. visa and passport information for you and your student, review information about arriving in the U.S. and traveling to San Diego, review housing information, review money and financial matters, review health requirements, health insurance, and safety at UC San Diego. Also, we will be discussing the Family Education Rights and Family Protection Act, which is also known as FERPA here in the U.S. Finally, you will learn about campus resources for parents and families and about resources that are available to international students. In the end, we will answer any additional questions you may have. First, I'd like to explain how the Gotowebinar control panel works. If you would like to submit a question, you may send it through the question box. Lindsay, Sabrina, and Patricia will monitor the questions and respond to them during the presentation and until 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will make every effort to answer your questions, so please be patient. Throughout the webinar, you may want to ask questions. So right now, you will notice a hand signal on your control panel, such as the one indicated here in front of your computer. There's a raise your hand little icon right here. And you click it and lower it once again, and you raise your hand. So can you practice, please, clicking on this tool and raising your hand? Wonderful. Now you can go ahead and click it again and please lower it. Now, let's try using the question tool to make sure that everyone knows how to use it. Can you please enter your home country in the question box? Great. It looks like we have parents and families from all around the world. Now, let's get started. Next, we're going to talk about general information about UC San Diego's student population. Last fall, there were 30,310 undergraduate and graduate students enrolled at UC San Diego. For this fall, 2014, UC San Diego received more than 74,000 freshman applications to admit an enrollment class of an estimated 24,000. That is tough competition. Your student represents the best and brightest students in the world. This admitted class comes from almost every state in the U.S. and 95 different countries from around the world. This amazing geographic diversity brings a wide range of cultures, perspectives, experiences, and ideas, all of which contribute to the innovation and entrepreneurial spirit for which UC San Diego is widely recognized. It is why we're ranked first in the nation for positive impact on the United States, and why our graduates earn the third highest starting salaries among public universities in the U.S. UC San Diego offers more than 100 undergraduate majors, with social science, biology, and engineering as the top 3 most popular majors. Before your student arrives in the U.S., I'm sure you will have some questions about the passport and visa requirements for entering the United States. Our first item to discuss is My Application. This website is very, very important for you during your application process. The website link is listed at the bottom of the screen. When you visit the link, you will be prompted to sign in. Please look at the screenshot on the right, and that's the sign-in. Once you are logged in, you can accept the offer of admission by completing the required documents online, which is called a Statement of Intent to Register, SIR. You can download flyers that have important information and deadlines. There's also a document with frequently asked questions and answers, and a guide for new students with important information about UC San Diego, like where to live, campus traditions, information about athletics, recreation, and much more. There will also be a link to your personalized checklist, which will include information about your college orientation, housing, financial aid, health requirements, such as your TB screening and hepatitis B clearance requirements. This is also where you will be able to track whether your transcripts or your test scores have been received by UC San Diego. You will be able to see a list of all official documents and scores received by UC San Diego through My Application. So this is a very, very important website to go to. The admissions checklist, which is accessed through My Application, is loaded with a lot of important information for your new students. If you accept the admissions offer, you will refer back to the checklist often over the next several months. Each time that you log into My Application, your checklist will be the first page that you see. It's going to provide your student with information about their status, such as their college, major, residence, and you will see a comprehensive list of categories that address a broad range of information, including information about upcoming deadlines, housing, orientation, transcripts, test scores, health and wellness, finances, and contact information. Again, you can see why My Application is such an important resource for you and your student. You can go back and review the provisions of your admissions offer through this checklist. You can check if your transcripts and test scores have been received. You can review health requirements. You can also find a link to apply for on-campus housing. And on-campus housing is not mandatory, but it's highly recommended. You will need to meet some deadlines that we will be speaking about in the next few slides. So here we have listed some important key dates for you to keep in mind. New student enrollment begins on August 25th. Registration fees are due no later than September 26th. Fall quarter begins on September 29th, and the first day of instruction is October 2nd. Before your student arrives in the U.S., I'm sure you will have some questions about the passport and visa requirements for entering the United States. To attend UC San Diego, international students must have an F1 or J1 status. Students may apply for an F1 or J1 visa at a U.S. embassy or consulate outside of the United States. To apply for an F1 visa, you will need an I-20 form. To apply for a J1 visa, you will need a DS 2019 form. The I-20 or DS 2019 forms are issued by UC San Diego. If you have questions about either one of these, please email us at ifreshman@ucsandiego.edu or go to our website listed on the page. If you have questions about U.S. visa requirements, we've put the website for the Department of State, and we've also put the website for U.S. embassies as well. Again, this PowerPoint presentation and a recording will be posted on our website afterward later on this week, so there's no need to write this down at this present moment. So this is what an I-20 and a DS 2019 look like. When you receive your corresponding forms, please review them to make sure the details are correct, such as the spelling of your name, the birth date, country of birth, and citizenship. If there are any issues, please contact us immediately. Please be sure to arrive to UC San Diego by the correct date. You are eligible to enter the U.S. up to 30 days before the program start date on your I-20 or your DS 2019. For most international freshmen, we will issue the document with a September 22nd program start date, which is the first day of orientation, which means you can enter the U.S. as early as August 21st. However, if you arrive before orientation, please be aware that you will be responsible for your own housing arrangements, such as hotels or homestay. You will need to request your I-20 or DS 2019 via the iPortal. This is an online system to apply for the I-20 for F1 visa or DS 2019 for J1 visa. Please select the link for the iPortal on My Application. When you enter the iPortal, you will be asked a series of questions. It will take you 15 to 20 minutes to complete the online application. In addition, you will need to upload a copy of your passport page and a copy of your financial support letter, such as a bank statement from parents or a financial support letter from a government, private institution, or a college department. So please be aware that these documents are needed ahead of time, and scan them and put them up as a PDF on your computer to be ready to upload into iPortal. Express mail fees are paid by the student, so please create an eShip Global account. The address is listed here on the screen. Lastly, please submit your request no later than July 15th to allow enough time for processing and visa applications at the U.S. Embassy in your home country. We recommend no later than July 1st, which includes shipping time. At the very beginning of the iPortal application, you must be sure to select the correct U.S. visa status. Select No Visa at this time if you are in your home country, do not have a U.S. visa, and will need to apply for an F1 or J1 visa to enter the U.S. Select F1 if you are currently in the U.S. in F1 status and will transfer to UCSD from another institution. Select J1 if you are currently in the U.S. in J1 status and will transfer to UCSD from another U.S. institution. Again, if you are outside your country and you will be applying for an F1 or J1 visa to enter the U.S., you must select No Visa at this time. The only reason you would select F1 or J1 in this screen is if you are currently in the U.S. and you will be transferring to UCSD from another institution. Next, we will review visa information for parents and families who are accompanying their students to UC San Diego. Please raise your hands if you or additional family members will come with your student to UC San Diego prior to the first day of class. Great. So, if you and additional family members will accompany your student to UC San Diego, you may need a visa to enter the U.S. Please check the U.S. visa requirements for your country at the address listed here. There you will learn how to apply for a tourist visa to enter the U.S. and a list of countries who have visa waiver agreements with the U.S. If you need to apply for a tourist visa, it may take 4 to 6 weeks, so please plan accordingly. Now that you're in San Diego, where will you stay and where will your student live? We highly recommend that freshmen live in on-campus resident halls or apartments during their first year at UC San Diego. It is very convenient, it is a great way to make friends, learn about campus resources, and stay connected to campus. Applications for on-campus housing will only be accepted online via My Application and from students who have been formally admitted to UC San Diego. The Department of Housing and Dining Services operates several housing complexes in an effort to provide the greatest degree of flexibility for students selecting their residence. Applications for on-campus housing will only be accepted online via My Application. Again, students are guaranteed housing if they apply by May 1st and complete all of the contract requirements, including payment by June 30th. You can apply for housing before submitting your statement of intent to register or after, so please don't wait to apply for housing. Go to My Application and apply now. The UCSD Office of Off-Campus Housing has a directory which offers a variety of resources for students looking for a place to live. This includes information on the neighborhoods in the area, advice on renting in San Diego, and searchable listings of apartments or rooms for rent. For further information, please go to the website indicated on the slide or email offcampushousing@ucsandiego.ucsd.edu. The International Center also has housing resources. Here you can find short-term housing options such as homestay and exchange programs. Please visit us at the website indicated on the slide. If you are accompanying your student before the first day of school, UC San Diego has partnered with Bartel Hotels to provide reduced hotel rates at some of the finest properties in San Diego. At 7 Bartel Hotels, they are conveniently located, and most offer courtesy airport transportation. The closest hotel to UC San Diego is the Sheraton La Jolla, which offers a free shuttle to the campus as well. For more information and to make a reservation, please call the phone number on your screen or visit the website. Next, my colleague Lacey Whedon, Director of Family and Parent Programs, will cover money and financial matters.
Greetings. As you prepare for your student's arrival, here is more information that will be helpful to you and your family. All tuition and payment information is available on the student's account on Triton link at http://students.ucsd.edu under the Finance Tools. The tuition and fees for 2014-2015 have not been published yet, but this is a link that provides an estimate to you and your student in planning. The fall 2014 fees are due on September 26th. Complete billing due date information is available at the link listed there. And again, remember, all of this information will be posted online, so you don't need to write down all of these links. In addition, you may viewing your student's bill, you may want to become an authorized payer to pay the bill. Ask your student to visit http://students.ucsd.edu/finances/billing-payment/index.html. Your student should select the link for billing and payments section in Triton link under the Finances tab and log in to the Authorize a Payer tool. You will then receive an email notice so you can set up a username and password to access your student's billing information. Keep in mind the password is only valid for 14 days. Fees are due each quarter. There are various ways to pay your student's bill. Your student may pay in person at the UC San Diego cashier's office, cash only at the cashier's office, mail a money order or check, cashier's check or traveler's check to UC San Diego, use an e-check and pay bills electronically from a U.S.-based bank account. You may need to convert your home country currency to U.S. dollars prior to wiring the funds to the U.S. bank account. You may also register for a monthly payment plan called Triton Registration Installment Plan, otherwise known as TRIP. More information is available at the link listed there. At this time, UC San Diego does not accept credit card payments. U.S. Bank representatives will be at the Resource Fair at the International Student Orientation session on Monday, September 22nd or Tuesday, September 23rd. At that time, your student can open a U.S. bank account. Next, we will talk about the tuberculosis screening requirement, mandatory health insurance, and safety at UC San Diego. All admitted UC San Diego students must complete the tuberculosis TB screening questionnaire by July 31st, 2014. Additional information can be found under the Health and Wellness tab on your My Application checklist. If after completing the TB screening questionnaire you are screened positive for TB risk, you will be asked to submit the TB assessment form. You will need to have your healthcare provider complete the form and send it to UC San Diego Student Health Services by July 31st. For more information, visit the website listed here for student health. All questions regarding the TB screening questionnaire must be directed to Student Health Services. Admissions is unavailable to address any of these questions. Please visit the Student Health website that is listed, again, here, and utilize their Ask a Question tool on their homepage, which will prompt you to sign in, and then you can ask questions to Student Health. Please note, your student will not be able to register for class until completing this tuberculosis screening clearance. There is a Student Health Services Center located on campus for routine doctor visits. To cover any medical costs incurred by students, UC San Diego health insurance is required and mandatory for all students. All students are automatically enrolled in the university's Student Health Insurance Plan, otherwise known as SHIP. The Student Health Insurance Plan covers pre-approved medical and dental coverage in the United States. Emergency services in-country are also covered on a pre-approved basis. More information about the Student Health Insurance Plan and covered benefits can be found at the website listed here. Many of you are wondering about safety at UC San Diego and in San Diego itself. UC San Diego is a relatively safe campus, and there are very few violent crime incidents. The most common issues are bike and computer theft. Therefore, all students are strongly encouraged to lock their bikes with a U-lock when not in use, and to never leave any computers or valuables unattended. The health and well-being of your students is very important to us. The campus has various student safety resources for our students. We have a university police department located on campus, blue phones, which are activated in an emergency around campus. There's a late night shuttle service. We also have a public bus system. There are residential security officers patrol the residential areas to ensure safety and security. Community service officers are available to escort students from one building to another. Several students use this service late at night, for example, when they are studying in the library and would like to return to their residence hall or apartment. Being safe is a shared responsibility, so students should be aware of their surroundings, and if they have any concerns, contact university police. Emergency communications are also important. Should there be a situation on campus that we want students, faculty, staff to be aware of, the university will send out a Triton alert. Students can sign up for this to receive an emergency text message or email. Families can also sign up to receive the same notification by going to the website listed here. In case of a high alert emergency, the university will also list information on our home webpage. Earlier, we mentioned the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, otherwise known as FERPA. In order to protect the privacy of students, educational records are considered confidential. under a federal law called the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act. According to FERPA, the university policy, personal information, including grades and financial information, is considered private information available to the student only. FERPA provides students, including those under 18, with two essential rights. In general, FERPA indicates that students have the right to privacy, students have the right to inspect their records, in health and safety emergencies, the university may release relevant student information to the families. When there has been an alcohol or drug violation, the university may notify the families with students under the age of 21. More information about FERPA can be found here at this link listed here at the bottom. So you are now part of the Triton family. Welcome. Parent and Family Programs at UC San Diego wants to be your partner with you to ensure your students' success here at UC San Diego. We have various ways to communicate with you throughout the year. We have a parent electronic newsletter. We have a parent's helpline. We have a parent's email helpline. We have a website. We also host events for families. Our orientation for international parents and families will be held on Monday, September 22nd. Many families take advantage of this opportunity. When they bring their student over to get settled, they will also attend the orientation and have found it very helpful. We also have Family Weekend on October 24th through the 26th. For families who are unable to attend international orientation, some families choose to attend the event in October. We also have Siblings Weekend, which is for little brothers, sisters, cousins, and family friends of our UC San Diego students, which is in January 2015. Our motto in our office is, when parents are informed, students benefit. So please let us know how we can help you and your students succeed at UC San Diego. I'll now return back to Grace to talk about some other information about the International Student and Programs Office.
Hi again, everyone. For this upcoming fall quarter, we are expecting over 1,700 new international students and over 800 new international freshman students, the largest group of international students in UC San Diego's history. Our office is here to assist you and your student from the very start. We provide pre-arrival information and orientation for new international students, as well as advise students on immigration, academic, housing, employment, and social and cultural adjustment issues. In addition, we offer fun cross-cultural programs and activities for all students at UC San Diego. Please refer to your students to our office if you have any questions or need any assistance during their stay here in the U.S. We have several programs geared specifically for international freshmen to ensure their success at UC San Diego. Here are just a couple of them. The first one is International Triton Transition Program, and the second will be the Triton International Leaders. The International Triton Transition Program, or as we call it, ITTP, helps international freshmen get an early start to successfully transitioning to academic and student life at UC San Diego. This is how to be a Triton before everyone else. The 4-week program begins right before the beginning of the fall 2014 quarter and runs from August 24th through September 19th. You will meet other incoming international freshmen and concurrent UC San Diego students. You will make many, many new friends, live in on-campus resident halls, eat at dining halls, take writing courses, learn about UC San Diego resources, and go on trips to local attractions. Enrollment is limited to only 160 students, so please apply early. Online applications must be submitted by May 16th at the address listed on the PowerPoint. This has been a really popular program and students have loved it, so I highly recommend it and we hope to see you here early. The next program is called the Triton International Leaders Program, or as we call it, TILS. It's for new international freshmen. The TILS is a peer mentoring program. Students will be matched with a current UC San Diego student who will serve as their mentor. Their mentor will provide them with information about the campus, resources, student life, and life in San Diego, and help students with any questions they may have during their first year at UC San Diego. There are many opportunities for students to meet with their mentor during the weekly meetings and weekend activities. To apply for this TILS program, please visit our website on the address indicated on the slide. So, once you have your visa, remember that you can arrive in the U.S. as much as 30 days before the start date on the I-20. Starting on the second week of September, we will have orientation assistants who are current UC San Diego students to answer questions about UC San Diego, or the La Jolla area, so please feel free to visit our office. International Student Orientation is Monday, September 22nd and Tuesday, September 23rd, so make sure you are here by then. This International Center orientation is mandatory, and also mandatory is the college orientation. This program is specifically designed for international freshmen to welcome you and orient you. This will give you an opportunity to meet other international students, make new friends, and learn about UC San Diego resources. Please remember that the International Center orientation is mandatory and required of all students. Also, please don't confuse the International Student Orientation with your student's individual college mandatory orientation. College orientations are separate and they are held also in September. The college orientation and the International Center orientation are both required and mandatory. Please visit the college website to determine the mandatory orientation date for your particular college. So to summarize, here are some important reminders. Please log into My Application to submit your Statement of Intent to Register, or SIR. Please pay your deposit and submit your Statement of Legal Residence, SLR, by May 1st. You can apply for the International Triton Transition Program, ITTP, by May 16th. You can send your official transcripts and official test scores by July 1st. And also apply for your I-20 or DS 2019 by July 1st. Completing the tuberculosis screening questionnaire is required by July 31st, and our mandatory International Center orientation takes place on both days, September 22nd and 23rd. Last but not least, let's not forget about your mandatory college orientation as well in September. Please check the college website for their exact date. Please save our contact information for future reference. If you think of any other questions at a later time, you can email us directly. Sorry about that. There you go. And remember, we will post this presentation on our International Center website for your reference. So don't worry if you have not written down everything that you need. Also, we would greatly appreciate it if you could fill out the survey at the end of the webinar. We use your feedback when planning future webinars. Thank you so much for participating in this webinar for international parents and families. We hope you found this information helpful and useful in preparing for your students' arrival at UC San Diego. On behalf of my colleagues, we thank you very much for your time today. After this webinar, you will be asked to complete a short survey. Please complete the survey as we will use your feedback when planning future webinars. So this is the end of the formal presentation. We will stay online, however, until 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please submit your questions in the question box and we will respond via the chat function. In addition, again, this recorded version of this webinar and a PDF version of the presentation will be on our website later this week at istudents.ucsd.edu. Thank you again, and please contact us if you have any questions. We look forward to assisting you and your student in the future and meeting you in the fall.